continue in just a moment.
Back at Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, where the Bills lead at 13-0. Jay Randolph along with Reggie Rucker. Some first half for Buffalo.
Well, Buffalo has done everything right considering the win factor. Kelly threw well with the win, and they ran well into the win. Pittsburgh hasn't done either.
Let's show you how the scoring took place in the first period. It was a touchdown pass from Kelly to the man in motion, Reed.
Good strategy by Marv Levy to roll a lot in this game. It gets Kelly away from people, and it puts receivers on the run. It's been a good strategy that has worked well.
Here's Riddick from 5 yards out. He wouldn't be denied here in the second quarter. First extra point was missed. The second one was okay, and it is 13-0 here at halftime as we get set for the second half. And Marv Levy obviously has had some very good effect on this Buffalo club.
It seemed to be a much more spirited football team, and sometimes that has a lot to do with the way you play. Look at total yards, 27.
We'll come back to those stats as the kickoff comes downfield, and that's Eric Richardson taking it for the Bills. Fumble, ball hits under the officials, picked up by one of the Steelers down at the 5-yard line. Well, it was Buffalo that had problems with the specialty teams at Tampa Bay last week, and Mike Merriweather has that ball for the Steelers, and the Steelers get a very big turnover to start this second half.
Almost a devastating turn of events for the Buffalo Bills. Watch it coming on the right of your screen. 82, Eric Richardson is carrying that ball very loosely in one hand. The ball is going to hit the official, come back toward the players, and probably save the touchdown off of that for Buffalo. Now, Mike Merriweather has picked up that football, and this can have a devastating psychological effect on the Buffalo Bills.
First turnover of the day for either side, and for the Steelers, Ernest Jackson goes in. Ernest Jackson bangs in, and with just 16 seconds of the second half gone, the Steelers are very much back in the picture.
And I can't help but feel sorry for all those people that went out to get a hot dog, and they have come back in here after 16 seconds, and the score is 13-7, and they're probably wondering what in the world happened. Chuck Noll has won many games with special teams, and once again, he's back in this football game because of his special teams.
13-6. There was an offside call as the Bills had jumped off, and it'll be assessed on the kickoff. Gary Anderson, originally a Buffalo draft choice back in '82, will attempt the extra point. Newsom will hold. A problem, and just as the Bills missed an extra point down at that end earlier, this one is botched up.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball from Dan Turk. This is incredible. Right in the center of your screen.
Well, it was right in his hands. No problem. Newsom botched up the hold. Now here's the play again that led to the touchdown, the turnover, the first in the game. Merriweather comes up with the football.
Looked like a soccer-style kick by the umpire there.
Well, he couldn't get out of the way. Merriweather got it down, and Jackson took it in for the score. 13-6, the Bills. We were looking at those halftime stats earlier, and we'll pop them up again when we have an opportunity. Let you take another good look at them. Richardson and Tasker back to receive. Gary Anderson, who because of a problem with his holder didn't have an opportunity to get the extra point through. Both clubs missing point afters in this game. Wind gusting up to 50 miles an hour here. And the kick high and deep, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. I think we maybe have a chance to get those stats in again for everybody to look at. It's been a very hectic second half up to this point.
Well, the point that I was trying to make, incredible total yards, 27 for the Steelers. And you see how overwhelming the game has been in favor of the Buffalo Bills. And just as we said that, there was a fumble by Eric Richardson, and now the game is back into perspective for the Steelers. But time of possession strikes me too. Twice as long for the Buffalo Bills. The Steelers have to possess the ball a little longer in the second half.
Jim Kelly at the controls. To the second man, threw out of the eye. Riddick is hit by David Little, number 50. Riddick getting about 4 yards on the play.
And fumbles, Jay, leave a negative impact on not only the player fumbling but everybody else, because now instead of expressing your ability when you have the football, you're more concerned about protecting it, and that has a way of preventing you from doing what you do best.
Clayton is out of the game with a concussion. Return today. On second down, they hand off again to Riddick, and Riddick is out to the 26-yard line. Gary Dunn, 67, the nose man, making the play. It'll be third down and about 3. Did you know that both Jim Kelly and Dan Marino, the eminent quarterbacking duo who are Pennsylvanians, had their first 300-yard NFL performances in Florida? Kelly's was in Tampa last Sunday, and Marino's, of course, in Miami. And each occasion, their teams were losers. Kelly over the middle, wide open, flag down. Andre Reed is going to go all the way. They beat the blitz, but there's a penalty marker down. They're going to bring it back. Illegal procedure against the Buffalo Bills.
And we're not reset for 1 second.
Didn't set.
That's a good call by referee Gordon McCarter, because Kelly changed the play. He recognized what was going on in the Steeler front, and when he changed the play, he did not have enough time between when he made the snap call and the
illegal motion. 2 men had moved prior to the snap. They had not reset for the required 1 second.
Now watch the running backs. Now he's checking the play off right now. Now they're still moving. They had to be set for 1 second.
And they weren't.
And they were not.
Puts the ball back at the 21. And this crowd was going wild. Now they're sitting rather quietly.
The Steelers will be in a 3 deep on this play, you can bet.
Kelly on the run, and down he goes at the 23-yard line. Keith Gary, number 92, making the play. Kelly is hurt. Kelly 6th in the AFC in the passing department with 163 out of 262 coming into today's game.
Here's the other thing about those half roll plays. They kind of get your quarterback out of control, Jay, and you don't want him out there that much when there's nothing else to do. If you don't have anybody to throw with, then he's left there. Well, what do I do? And quite naturally, the thing that you want to do, or you're compelled to do, is run the football. And he took a hard shot that time from the blind side.
And that's why you don't see more of it in the National Football League. You've got to try and protect your quarterback. Marv Levy, the new head coach of the Bills, out there as Kelly is up. And apparently he's all right. He was wriggling around with that left leg a little bit, and he, of course, went down very hard on the shoulder.
You know, he's a big, strong quarterback. He's 6'3", 215 pounds, and I've always thought football players from Pennsylvania are tough anyway. But watch this. See, it's the guy from behind, Keith Gary, that he doesn't see that hurts him.
John Kidd ready to do the punting. He had a record in '85 with 33 punts inside the 20-yard line. Rick Woods is back to receive this. 12:59 to go, third quarter. Bills 13-6. Bills turning the ball over on the opening kickoff of the second half, and the Steelers getting in for 6. The point after missed. And this kick against the wind should give the Steelers a very fine opportunity. Let's see how it's handled. Straight up in the air, and it's going back downfield, and boy, oh boy, looked like one of my wedge shots against the wind when I played in England many years ago. Just comes right back at you. That punt is 6 yards.
And if they hadn't caught the ball on the first hop, they would have lost yardage on that punt.
Now the Steelers are going to have the football inside the 30. 13-6. The Bills back with more in a moment.
Here at Hewlett-Packard, we think long and hard about your business computing system and how it can help your people share more information and make better decisions. So before we talk hardware, we answer a lot of hard questions. At Hewlett-Packard, we never stop asking, what if?
They need a network package between sales and shipping. What if we took a new approach to the problem? The way I see it, give me a light.
That's not correct, Steve. Don't just ask for a light beer.
Come on, give me a light.
You asked for it, Steve.
Bud Light!
Yes, Steve. Bud Light, the light beer with the first name and taste.
Don't just ask for a light.
Bud Light, because everything else is just a light, Steve.
Listen to the heartbeat of America. Listen to the heartbeat.
When you want to feel the thunder, put yourself in today's Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z and listen to your heartbeat.
The heartbeat of America. Today, Chevrolet.
Today's game is brought to you by the Heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet. By Federal Express, why fool around with anyone else? And by Hewlett-Packard, the people who turn your business computing problem into a business computing solution.
Officially, that was a 5-yard punt a moment ago. Here are the Steelers at the 29-yard line of the Bills. Jay Randolph and Reggie Rucker with you. Penalty marker goes down. The handoff going to Jackson. Jackson got a couple, but it looked like the Bills might have jumped offside. Steve Freeman, 22, and Lucius Sanford, 57, on the tackle. 5-yard penalty coming up against the Bills.
Steelers are still having trouble running the football.
Left side, number 76, defense.
Fred
5-yard
Smerlas.
penalty, still first down.
Smerlas, the nose man, one of the very best in the business.
Right of the screen there, you can see number 76 gets in the neutral zone and can't get back out in time.
Smerlas had one of his best games in December of '82 against Pittsburgh. 7 tackles. He caused a fumble. He had 2 sacks.
When the Steelers can't run the football, Jay, they're like being in a fight and having one arm. They just don't know how to function if they can't run the football. And that is the way that Buffalo has taken Pittsburgh out of this contest until the fumble recovery.
1st and 5. That's Jackson. Jackson is inside the 20. First down near the 17. Charlie Romes, the cornerback, number 26, came up to make the play. Trying now to check in on the 10-minute ticker for you. Jets rolling along. New England coming back. Chicago defeating Tampa Bay at this point. I'll show you the other scores right after this play. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line for the Steelers. That's Jackson again. Jackson to about the 14-yard line. Pickup of 2 or 3. Lucius Sanford 57 on the stop. Kansas City shutting out Seattle 17-0. Still no score in that Rams-New Orleans game. Houston 19-0 up on Cincinnati. Detroit has scored against Minnesota, and Green Bay leading by 1 over Washington. Here it is 13-6. The Bills lead the Steelers. 2nd down and 7 at the 14. E.G. Thompson coming over wide to the right, and it looks like
alley-oop pass.
Yeah, he may have audibled here. Well, he's going to give it a little shove back to Jackson, and Jackson doesn't get much.
We spoke of that alley-oop pass, and I would venture to say that Pittsburgh will use E.G. Thompson at 6'7" against Rodney Bellinger at 5'8" at some point, maybe in this series.
Now Jackson goes out. That last stop made by Sanford, 57. It's 3rd down and 4 for the Steelers. Big play coming up for Pittsburgh. 10.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Ehrenberg is in there with Abercrombie. Thompson, Stallworth back in the lineup. E.G. Thompson is set to the right side. We'll be watching him. And there is the pass for the touchdown to E.G. Thompson. An 11-yard scoring play for Pittsburgh. It was exactly as you called it. E.G. Thompson against Rodney Bellinger. It wasn't exactly an alley-ooper, but it got the job done.
What they wanted to do was isolate a man who's 6'7" on one that's 5'8", and you can see 3rd straight game he scored a touchdown, and I'd be screaming all day long if I were Thompson, throw me the ball, and they did it, and that's all you can ask for.
And they've messed up the extra point. Try again. They messed it up twice in this period with the wind at their back.
I got an idea. Why don't they just run for the extra point, because they're not getting it done this way. Once again,
it looked like a good snap. 10-11 to play in the 3rd quarter. Bills 13, Steelers 12.
Who has the easy to load, easy to shoot, easy to enjoy camcorder? Who? RCA. It's the new Pro Wonder camcorder. If you settle for less than RCA, that's exactly what you'll get.
Not everyone got a vacation this summer.
I need a vacation. Well, you need some glasses? How many fingers can you see?
This fall, you can still get great low fares to more places on the biggest bargain airline, United.
I got a vacation.
Have a nice shower, Picorni.
I'm not just flying. I'm flying friendly skies.
I'm out of there.
Take me back where I belong. Take me where it's safe and warm.
The Goodyear Vector is the all-season radial that pumps water away to keep more tire tread on the road. And for some, that's a comforting thought.
Take me home. Goodyear, take me home. Never matters how far I go. Goodyear, take me home.
No one really knows how your skin got sensitive. But if it is, try the shave cream with more advanced lubricants than any other. New Gillette Foamy for sensitive skin.
This fall, NBC Sports has a November to remember when the beautiful shores of Maui lure the tour's great golfers. Lee Trevino, the Golden Bear, Jack Nicklaus, and flamboyant Chi-Chi Rodriguez take on one of the world's toughest courses. The Isuzu Kapalua International makes it a November to remember on NBC.
You see number 18 over there, Harry Newsom. He's going to practice some on holding. He's had a terrible time of it with the wind at his back. Botched up the 2 holes. Richardson and Tasker back to receive the kick from Anderson. And it goes right out of the ballpark.
Went up into the tunnel.
Tasker, number 89, was picked up this week. See the practice continuing over there for Harry Newsom. I want to remind the folks, if they may have missed it, that Walter Broughton, the top return man for the Bills, went on injured reserve because of a quadricep injury. The Bills now will operate 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Keep this in mind, going with the win, Buffalo in the 4th quarter, they could kick or attempt a 65 or 70-yard field goal.
3 of the 4 touchdowns have been scored when the teams had the wind at their back. Bob Riddick. And Riddick pushed back. David Little, number 50, leading the way for the Steelers. Steelers doing a lot of mixing it up, as we've indicated to you, on defense with that 3-5 press and the 4-3, and call it no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 coming. Big crowd of nearly 80,000 here at Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, on a really nice day.
They've gone to that 3-5 defense now, Jay. They expect Buffalo to run.
It's a nice day if you don't count the win. Penalty marker goes down. The Steelers may have been offside. Riddick doesn't get much. Riddick pulled back, and he's upset. He wants to have a little chat with Keith Willis. Also Robin Cole. Offside against the Steelers. There's Cole. There's Jim Kelly.
Offside, 93 defense. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Call against Willis.
Tony Dungy slipped that 3-5 defense in there at the very last minute and caught the Bills in a run offensive selection and stopped them, but of course they were offsides, and that defeats the purpose of the defense.
9:15 left to play in the 3rd quarter. The Steelers have the wind at their backs. The Bills going uphill against it right now. Bills leading 13-12 as the Steelers get 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And now more activity at the line of scrimmage. Let's see, do the Bills pull them off this time or not?
67 defense.
Call goes against Gary Dunn, the nose man.
Watching the center of the screen, 67 on Kent Hull, number 67, and that's the 2nd time this afternoon that Gary Dunn has been called for encroachment or offsides. With a player of his experience, you would expect that he should know better. Besides, he's looking right at the ball.
Out of the I formation, it's Riddick, and he's not getting much. The Steelers very much back in this ball game, down by 1 point. Keith Willis, 93, leading the way. Merriweather, 57, also there. We'll pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network. Along with Reggie Rucker, Jay Randolph at Rich Stadium, Orchard Park, New York. Bills led at 13-0 at halftime. Steelers have come back with 2 touchdowns. Missed both extra points here in the 3rd. Kelly rolling to the right side. He's going to keep and run, and he is run out of bounds over there by Merriweather. He had a big game last Sunday, did Merriweather. He had a sack, first interception of the season.
Jim Kelly, he has the entire package.
Jets putting it on Atlanta. Indianapolis still leading. Kansas City shutting out Seattle. They're still scoreless in that Rams-New Orleans game. 19-0. Houston over Cincinnati. Minnesota 10-7 over Detroit. Green Bay by 1 over the Washington Redskins. 3rd and 4 at the 36 for the Bills. If Pittsburgh can hold them here, the Steelers might get that ball back in very good shape if the Bills have to punt against the wind at this point on the field. From the shotgun, Kelly throwing, and it is incomplete. He had his man, Ronnie Harmon, the rookie from Iowa, underthrew him a little bit, and Harmon just couldn't hold on as he had to go down and try and get it.
It looks as if the ball tails away from Harmon just as he's about to catch the football. Here's Kelly now eyeing Harmon all the way, and you can see how the ball tails downward because Ronnie Harmon had Merriweather beat on the pattern.
Rick Woods back to receive the punt that will come from John Kidd. Kidd's last punt was 5 yards. He got it just too high in the air. He's got to try to keep it lower. Try Try to get a line drive. This one is a little better. A lot better now. What a great bounce. Picked up back there and returned to the 26-yard line by Rick Woods. Woods couldn't stop that ball from going by him. Tasker picked up this week number 89 down there to make the play. 13-12, the Bills lead.
Howdy. Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name of taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
Ask for Bud Light, because everything else is just a light.
Hi. Oh. Buy your friend a beer.
When we want to work up a sweat, nothing works like this full-size Chevy pickup. It's got the muscle of a fuel-injected 350 V8. And it's available in every full-size Chevy. It's got the strength of girder main front suspension. Where? Oh! There. Plus, double-wall construction. So, when you need a tough-working partner, nothing works like a Chevy truck. Nothing. Yeah? Yeah. Right?
If only things lasted longer. If only their warranties lasted longer. If only you had bought them with the American Express card. Because from now until December 31st, we will extend the free repair period of the manufacturer's warranty. In fact, we'll double it, up to an extra year. American Express introduces buyer's assurance. Now, if something breaks, it won't break you. But only if you use the American Express card. Apply now.
Next Sunday, the NFL plays here when the Browns battle the Raiders.
Before your team takes the field, our team hits the air. NFL 86.
Jay Randolph and Reggie Rucker peeking out of our perch here at Rich Stadium, and at last punt, a little better, 46-yarder. The time before for Kidd, only 5 yards.
You know, punters have to have a lot of skills in how to drop the ball so that they can kick it low or kick it high, coffin corner. That time Kidd did a marvelous job kicking it low.
That wind gusting at about 50 miles an hour. The Steelers down by 1, start from the 27. Throws, and it's complete. Up at the 37-yard line, Preston Goddard. He's an excellent blocker, and he has been a very good receiver today. Bellinger 36 and Marr 54 making the play. First down.
Here's Goddard from Alabama. Was handed this job when the Steelers waived Benny Cunningham during the offseason. Diving catch, good concentration. That's the way to get a drive going.
He's now caught more passes than all of the tight ends for the Steelers a year ago. That was his 13th catch of the season. Malone going to put it up again. He's had excellent protection. Going long down the field, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted. The coverage was by Charlie Romes, number 26, as they were trying to get it to Calvin Sweeney. Sweeney trying to run under it. Sweeney came into today with 13 catches and a 19.1 average. He started the last 5 games because Stallworth was out of there.
This is a good play by Sweeney, who wants to fake the short route and take it deep, but he's doing that against the wrong defensive back. Charles Romes, 10 years out of North Carolina A&T, has excellent recognition, and he isn't the guy you want to go against on a pattern like that.
On second down and 10. Malone again to put it up. Out it comes, and that is Ernest Jackson. Jackson to the 42-yard line. Darrell Talley, number 56, the former All-American at West Virginia, making the play. The Mountaineers with a good victory yesterday over Rutgers. Stallworth coming into the lineup now for the Steelers, who are facing 3rd down and 6. The ball at their own 41-yard line. 6.5 minutes to play in the 3rd period. Rich Ehrenberg returning for the Steelers, number 24. Bills leading at 13-12.
They have not gone to Stallworth yet.
Sweeney is in the slot to the right side. Abercrombie out on the wing left. whistle. And was it too much time? It might have been. Yep, that's the call. The Steelers didn't get it off in time.
And normally you see that happening when you have to flash signals in from the sidelines.
Play of game, offense, still third down.
But the Steelers don't flash their signals. Malone calls his own play, so I don't know why they took so long.
Well, it's now going to be third down and 11 from the 36 with 6 minutes to play in this third quarter.
He's got to get the football to a wide receiver downfield here.
He's been throwing a lot more to the backs lately, but as you said, they need 11 for the first down. And the pass is off the mark. It was intended for Weegee Thompson. He was coming back toward the middle of the field. The pass thrown way behind him. And Rodney Bellinger had the coverage, and the Steelers will have to punt.
Of course, Weegee Thompson is more effective down around the goal line because of his height, but when he's out in the field, the defensive back has the advantage because Thompson isn't that fast, and Bellinger covered him well that time.
Newsom, who's had some ankle problems and only practiced one day this week, gets the kick away, and it is all the way into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. 64-yard punt with the wind at his back. The Bills lead the Steelers 13-12.
Listen to the heartbeat. Listen to the heartbeat of America.
When you live a style all your own, put yourself in today's Chevy Spectrum and listen to your heartbeat.
The heartbeat of America. That's today's Chevrolet.
Tabor! Where's the package?
Your express company doesn't know. Nobody knows.
Hold it. If you'd used Federal Express, you wouldn't be having this problem. Come with me.
Our customer service centers are the most sophisticated in the business. Here's all the information about your package.
Uh-huh.
So we can tell you its exact status within 30 minutes or your money back.
Uh-huh.
Next time, call Federal Express. Why fool around with anyone else?
I should have called Federal. I don't know why I didn't call Federal. Nobody knows.
We could get our orders When you talk with Hewlett-Packard about your networking problems, we listen.
Now, my people in the sales office over here can't communicate with the factory. I've already talked to Ford.
Because while we have all the hardware and software, we can't give you a networking solution if we do all the talking. So before we ask, what if, we find out what's wrong.
We need to be cost effective. I have a suggestion. What if I took a look at your manufacturing floor? I could find out.
Tonight, a baffling murder on live TV. Can Raymond Burr prove the man who fired the gun wasn't the killer? Perhaps. An all-new Perry Mason tonight.
Number 40, Rob Riddick, playing with that cast on his arm, and of course the Bills turned the ball over in the opening seconds of the second half, and the Steelers got a touchdown. They picked up another. It's a one-point game.
You have to wonder how long the Bills are going to gamble with Riddick, who has the cast on and protecting a slim lead. The Steelers are going to be stripping that ball from him.
Riddick, the deep man out of the eye, and he gets the football. And Riddick hangs on and gets to the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. Robin Cole, number 56 for the Steelers, stalled him there.
The Steelers were juggling those linebackers a great deal in the first half. Robin Cole was not in there a number of times, and of course Robin Cole and David Little have to be in the center of things for the Steelers to stop the opposition from running.
Cole, a number 1 draft choice, got his first interception of his career against Buffalo back in '80. He has 4 overall. Second down and 4. Again, the I formation. And again, it's Riddick. And he's got the first down. Running with abandon. He gets to the 34-yard line.
I'm amazed at the way Riddick is playing and how he's carrying the football and yet running, as you said, with reckless abandon. That's the way you want a running back to come through the hole. Good vision here as he spots the hole on the outside, gets up inside. Look how he's carrying that football. I still say that's a dangerous way to play the second half of this game when you protect a small lead like that. He has that ball out there. That concerns me.
Donnie Elder, 37, made the tackle. It is a first down. Trying to bang up the middle is Byram. He gets across the 35, near the 37. Robin Cole stalled him at that point. These two clubs next week. The Bills will meet Miami's Dolphins here at 1 o'clock. The Dolphins playing at Cleveland tomorrow night. And the Steelers will take on Houston's Oilers at 3 Rivers at 1 o'clock. The Oilers beating the Bengals in the Astrodome this afternoon. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and the Bills holding on 13-12. Some of the games next week. Hope you'll join us. NFL 86 will kick off the day. Again, it's Riddick. And a good effort by Riddick as he tried to get outside and then twisted back against the grain. David Little, number 50, is there to make the tackle at the 40. Let's call it the 42-yard line. Clock running down to near the 3-minute mark. Left to play in this third quarter.
And you know, Buffalo, Jay, is running this football because you know they want to win. They don't intend to put that football downfield into this win. They want to run this third quarter out, take the win, and then open up with Kelly passing.
3rd down and 1. Kelly's going to put it up. He's in trouble, and I thought he was in the grass. And now penalty markers go down. Pass came out to Ricky Moore, number 42. There may have been a personal foul committed out there, but I thought the quarterback was in the grass.
I think he is in the grass. Let's take a look at it here. Right side of the screen now. Kelly can't find anybody to throw to. Gary Dunn has him by the ankles. Now watch it. Number 96, Anthony Hinton, comes in late. Why in the world would you do something like that? I don't know.
Well, it's going to cost the Steelers. They'll march it off, a personal foul against Hinton, and it's going to put the ball down in Pittsburgh territory. And Chuck Noll can't be very happy about that.
Let's call that an injudicious decision by Anthony Hinton, because you can mark it down at this point in the game in the third quarter, 2:44 left. That may be a turnaround in this ball game.
There you saw Hinton go out of the game. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Uh-oh. Here's a penalty against the Bills as the back, Riddick, moved on the play. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Here's what hurts Pittsburgh more than anything else. It gives Buffalo a chance to continue to keep the ball in the third quarter when Pittsburgh wants it desperately with the win.
2:39 left to play in this third quarter. They might refuse this penalty. Let's see.
Illegal motion, number 35 on the offense. Penalty declined. 2nd down.
Yards penalized. Steelers 65, Bills 30.
Way to go, coach.
Well,
I bet you coach Little League.
Why give them an extra down? No. My coaching days are long gone. I'm just a fan. Byram, single setback. Riddick in motion to the far side. Kelly rolling under pressure. Again, it looked like he might have been in the grass. But they say no, and the Steelers are arguing that the quarterback was in the grasp of number 67, Gary Dunn. Swain had the coverage over there as the pass went out intended for Metzelaars, the tight end.
The Steelers are very close to forcing Jim Kelly to make a mistake. Kelly is throwing some footballs into the Steeler defense that advisedly are not wise at this point in the game. The Steelers are getting good penetration into that secondary. They're grasping him, but they're not controlling him.
Yeah, that's
the
what it is. It is grasp and control. And there's a very thin line there on occasion. Out of the shotgun. On 3rd down and 12, they hand it off to Riddick, and he doesn't get it. Willis, number 93, on the tackle, and Kidd will come on and punt.
Now, you know what John Kidd needs to do here? when he gets this snap, punt this ball as hard as he can right for the center of the uprights. Just let it hang up there and let the wind bring it right back into the field of play about the 5 or the 10-yard line.
Rick Woods is the man in the middle down there. A low kick. And it out of bounds at about the 19-yard line.
Hi, I'm Mark Malone of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is my wife, Mary Ellen. We were both brought up in single-parent homes. And because we came from broken homes, we know how some of these children feel.
That's why we're United Way volunteers at this United Way supported family and children's service agency, because we know what it's like to grow up in a home with only one parent.
Here at this fresh air camp, single parents and youngsters can get together to work out some of their problems. When I was being raised by my mom, it was tough, but I never gave up. And these kids are learning that they can make it too. United Way wants to make sure that they get their chance. That's why they support programs like this all across the country. When you support your United Way, you're saying that you care about families, and you want to see every kid have a chance. That's why we can say thanks. Because thanks to you, it works for all of us, the United Way.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
Back here in Orchard Park, New York, Buffalo leading by 1. Abercrombie picked up 4 yards on the first play as there was a 24-yard punt. Now on 2nd down and 6, the give is to Abercrombie. And he doesn't get much, maybe a yard out to the 25-yard line where it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Eugene Marr, 54, making the play.
It appears that the insertion of Ray Bentley at inside linebacker, along with Marv, who is a good run tackler at 250 pounds, has been a key factor in stopping the Steeler rushing attack.
20 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 5 from the 25. Penalty marker goes down. Ehrenberg went to his left to go in motion, fell down, and it looks like it'll be a procedure call. Let's listen to Gordon McCarter as we look at the ticker. Procedure call. New England now leading Indianapolis. Kansas City shutting out Seattle, and Houston 26-7 over Cincinnati. New Orleans leads the Rams 6-0. Minnesota by 7 over Detroit, and the Redskins now lead 13-7 over Green Bay. 3rd down and 10. Malone has had good protection, got a man wide open. The pass is complete. Out to Ehrenberg. It's short of the 1st down. Gun sounds. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Pittsburgh Steelers and the Bills. 13-12 the Bills. We'll be right back after this from your local station.
Monday, when Alf gets a message from space, will he stay with his new family?
Please don't go.
Or let his buddies beam him up?
Good night, Mrs. Achmonic, wherever you are.
Monday.
Warm moments, she's such a delight. Rub it up, baby, the water's just right. Snuggle down cozy, baby, sleep tight. Let our gentle flame keep you warm tonight. Warm moments, for those warm moments, nothing warms you like gas.
Warm is what natural gas is all about. Clean, efficient, and in most areas, the lowest priced fuel. Shouldn't it be in your home?
Nothing warms you like gas.
You work too hard, wait too long. You want some things and you want them now. There is an easier way to let your hard work pay. We're the bank that'll show you how. We put the U in U.S. Bank. That's why you get more from us. For any kind of loan, just avoid the fuss. When it's you need money time, come on and talk to us. When it's you need money time, come on and talk to us.
If you're fed up with bite-sized screens that leave you hungry for more, Zenith's new digital 27-inch stereo TV serves up a feast for the eyes. Zenith. Quality. Compare camcorders, and you'll see why Zenith's lightweight, autofocus, compact VHS wins. Single-handedly. Zenith. Quality.
JAC will take you there.
Well, Newsom now will have to punt into the wind. Coach Chuck Knowles very upset they did not get that first down. Time ran out on him. And now Newsom must punt into the wind. Ron Pitts is back, and the shoe is on the other foot. Look at that. Well, I know that Coach Chuck Knoll would have, or Coach Chuck Knox, I should say, or Knoll would have wanted to have that punt come with the wind at their back.
And at some point in this quarter, Chuck Knoll is going to have to make the decision to let's play 4-down football. Forget punting it anymore and forget field goals unless he's in an opportune situation to win with a field goal. He's got to think about playing 4 downs.
14:53 to play in the game, and the Bills lead 13-12, and they have the ball at the 48-yard line of the Steelers. Riddick cuts outside at the 40, 35, and down to the 32-yard line. What an afternoon Riddick is having. Shell 31 and Williams 21 making the tackle. 16-yard pickup on the play.
And you might say, well, what difference does it make that the wind is at your back or into your face if you're running the football? The difference is with the wind at your back, they have a passing threat which loosens the players from the line of scrimmage and allows the runner to have more lanes to run in.
Over 100 yards for Riddick. First time a Buffalo back has had over 100 since the Pittsburgh game last year. This is Byram, the rookie, and he's hit by Cole 56 and Williams 21. Clock running with 14 minutes to play in the game. The Bills now with that 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts at their back. Kelly, no yards passing into the wind in the third quarter as the Steelers got 2 touchdowns but had problems on both point after tries. And you can see the wind is, well, I think, Reggie, it's stronger now than it was an hour ago.
Definitely.
Riddick in trouble. Hit right along the 25-yard line. Gain of about 1. Gary Dunn, 67, was there.
I'll tell you what's important for Buffalo now is that they make sure they do not turn the football over, Jay, and kick a field goal if nothing else, because a field goal will not beat you from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh would then have to score a touchdown, and we can tell you right now that it's going to be awfully difficult to score a touchdown going into this win.
3rd down and 3. And the Steelers jump offside, and another penalty will go against the Steelers and give the Bills a first down. The Steelers have this afternoon been uncharacteristically over-aggressive to the point where it has hurt them time and time again.
Chuck Knowles' teams are usually drilled.
Call against Merriweather.
Chuck Knowles' teams are usually drilled very, very proficiently, and it is strange, as you mentioned, to see them act so anxiously just time after time after time. And along that line of scrimmage, they've had at least 4 or 5 penalties a day for the same call.
I don't suppose Kelly's cadence could have anything to do with that problem.
That could be, and along with the wind. You can't hear when the wind is up this loud.
Here's Riddick. No gain. Maybe a loss of a yard. Steelers trying to hang in here tough, and that was Brian Hinkle, 53, David Little, 50. Hinkle out of Oregon.
1 yard loss of the player.
Little, of course, playing in his 82nd consecutive game, took over for Lambert. Little was the top tackler last year. 2nd down and 11. 12 minutes remaining in regulation time. Going to put it up. He fires it out to Metzelars, and the big tight end is down to the 11-yard line. Brian Hinkle, number 53 on the tackle. Metzelars came here in a trade when Byron Franklin went to Seattle back in '85 in August. He caught 7 for 113 yards at Tampa Bay last week.
This is such a guessing game. The Steelers have the blitz on. Buffalo has the right play at the right time. Metzelars out into the sideline area. Kelly can get rid of the ball quickly. Good call on that particular defense.
3 tight ends in the game now for Marv Levy's Buffalo Bills. Metzelars, Roll, and Wilkins are all in there. Don't think they got it.
He lost yardage.
Yeah, that was Byram trying for the first down. No gain on the play. David Little and Robin Cole were there in the middle, and here comes the field goal kicking unit.
We know this is no sure thing.
No, we've seen a couple of problems for the Steelers when they had the wind at their back in the third quarter. They missed both point afters. Now, the key here, of course, is the good snap and the good hold by John Kidd for Scott Norwood. The ball will be spotted at the 20. It's a 30-yarder with the wind at his back. They're saying officially 29 yards. It's good. The Bills increase their lead to 4 as Scott Norwood gets the good hold and bangs it through.
This baby will blow the doors off anything on the road, just like a BMW.
Isn't she a beauty? BMW would build one like this.
You think BMW has advanced technology? Listen to this.
Your door is open.
Huh?
For about $22,000, you can own a BMW 325, or the hollow feeling of having settled for less. He lives in jeans. Gotta be comfortable. Gotta last.
We'll have more fun, baby.
Gotta be Wrangler.
If you got the money, honey, I've got the time.
A legend in jeans. Wrangler.
Bob, I need a trainer.
How about Eddie?
He's just a kid.
So was I.
You worked long and hard to get there. When the time comes, you hope you're ready.
You make America work. This bud's for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This bud's for you.
Today's game is brought to you by Budweiser, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By Castrol, the motor oil engineered for today's smaller cars. And by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. To arrange a thorough test drive, phone your nearest BMW dealer.
Jay Randolph along with Reggie Rucker. There's the scoring. See the goalposts. They look like they're on a three-masted schooner out in the water. Look like your moves,
yeah,
huh?
look like my shaking.
Yeah, we used to make some good moves. No question about that. The kickoff, a short one, and Sanchez has it at the 15, at the 20, and gets maybe across to about the 25-yard line. Time to check in on the ticker. Atlanta's finally on the board, but the Jets leading 28-7. New England now taking command in Indianapolis. Chicago leading Tampa Bay in the fourth quarter. Houston 26-7 over Cincinnati, and Kansas City continuing to shut out Seattle. New Orleans shutting out the Rams. Washington leading Green Bay. Minnesota by 7 over Detroit. First and 10 at the 26-yard line for the Steelers. They're down by 4. 10 minutes to play. Steelers have not been able to get their running game on track today. And that's Abercrombie. getting just about 2 as he was hit by Talley, 56, the linebacker, and Smirlis, 76, the nose man.
And that's going to continue to happen. You know why? Because Buffalo does not fear the Steeler passing threat because of the wind. So Buffalo has 8 men at the line of scrimmage. You've got 5 people trying to block 8. It can't happen. You can't run the football. They have to throw the ball outside. I don't care wind or not. They've got to do it.
Weegee Thompson going in motion. Malone using play action over the middle. It is complete out at the 34-yard line to Weegee Thompson. And the stop made by Ray Bentley, number 50. And they're short of the first down by about a yard.
That's a good play. Good play here. He puts Weegee Thompson in motion so that he can get him on the run and come back across the grain of the field. Good look away by Malone. Hits Weegee Thompson underneath. Now that's a good play. Good safe pass that can be thrown into this wind.
They take Sweeney out and put Mark Benning, 66, an extra lineman up front. And going for the first down, it is Ernest Jackson, penalty marker down. It looked like Jackson got enough for the first down, but it also may be a penalty against the Steelers. It's against Pittsburgh. Holding.
This offensive line had been so spectacular all year long when they played together because they hadn't been holding. They hadn't been giving up sacks.
Holding, number 52, offense. 10-yard penalty.
Mike Webster, the center, number 52, against Smirlis, the nose man.
Well, they caught the future Hall of Famer against Fred Smirlis. Smirlis actually got into Webster very good, and Webster had no choice but to hold and use his hands.
Third down and 11. 8.5 to play. Bills by 4. Malone gets it out to Abercrombie. Abercrombie close to the first down. It looks like he's got it at the 36.
Close or not, Jay, they got to go for this. I think that even if they're a yard short on 4th down, they need to go for this.
Well, they got it. It's a first down for Pittsburgh, a big play for them. Martin Bayless, number 43, the strong safety, made the tackle.
As they continue with this drive, Jay, look for Chuck Noll to just do away with any kicking at all. They need to run on all 4 downs. They need to play the first downs.
Lucius Sanford leading the way, number 57. Zeke Bayless congratulating Sanford. Sanford, a starter the last 8 years here, had back surgery in the offseason. There he is, number 4 draft choice, played at Georgia Tech.
Look at all of the people up around the line of scrimmage in blue shirts. Good pursuit to the ball, right side of the screen. Number 57 is Sanford. He jams up that play, causes Abercrombie to go inside and get stopped in the backfield.
It'll be second down and 12. Number 86, Gothard, the tight end, in motion. Great protection here. And coming back, trying to make the catch, was Weegee Thompson. Bellinger had the coverage. It's incomplete.
Mark Malone doesn't have anyone to throw to. He's looking. He has good time to throw the football, and I think he wants to throw the football in the 12 to 14-yard range, but there aren't any receivers in the pattern. Watch Malone now, number 16. He's looking now. He's looking for someone to get open. Outstanding protection. You can't throw it, folks, if there's no one to throw it to.
Well, here is third down and 12. Malone, 10 of 21. Stallworth, 82, is back in there. Ehrenberg, 24. They've got them spread out all across the field. And the pass is incomplete at the 45-yard line. It went right through Ehrenberg's hands. Charlie Romes had the coverage, but that was a catchable ball.
That was a catchable pass, and one of the things that Romes did, he was looking into the backfield, so he was able to leave John Stallworth, who he was defending, and go help on the pass to Ehrenberg.
And a hopeless situation for Harry Newsom, who has to punt against this wind. little squiver at the 49-yard line, and the Bills lead by 4, and they have the football near midfield.
I cannot imagine why you just don't go and attempt to pick up the first down. 17 yards on that punt.
Hello? Yeah, I got your proposal.
When you have a phone that remembers 20 numbers and redials with one touch and automatically gets through when a busy line is free, and a whole lot more, you can get plenty of office work done at home or run your business from wherever you choose to live.
We got a deal. Okay, bye-bye.
G. No, GTE.
Who has transformed video cameras, making them more compact, simpler, more colorful, more fun? Who? RCA, with the new Pro Wonder camcorder, the camera and recorder that uses standard VHS cassettes plus solid-state technology for brighter, more colorful memories. Pro Wonder. If you settle for less than RCA, that's exactly what you'll get.
You might be able to make it on your old antifreeze another year, but then again, you just might find yourself left out in the cold. Driving just 10,000 miles on weak, neglected antifreeze can cause freeze-up and make a radiator look this bad, while the Prestone radiator looks this good. So, for maximum protection, don't push your luck. Change it once a year, every year, with fresh Prestone.
The courageous story of two heroes who fought a faceless enemy.
Gotta make them listen, Mort.
And one, John Ritter and Alfre Woodard, Unnatural Causes, Monday.
Well, trying to punt is very futile, but this one was almost blocked.
Watching the center of your screen, number 79, Dean Prater. Had he gone in front of the kicker rather than at the kicker's foot, he would have blocked that.
Went right through his arms. Prater. First down, Riddick, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage on a fine play by David Little. Little, number 7 pick in 71. There's the ticker.
New England stretching
there.
It out now.
Yeah. Houston leads 29-7 over Cincinnati. Minnesota by 7 over Detroit, and Washington leading Green Bay now 16-7. Redskin fans have got to be breathing a little easier. Second down and 12. Kelly, and almost intercepted at the 40-yard line. Kelly was trying to get it to Andre Reed. John Swain, the old teammate of Kelly's, almost picked it off.
Outstanding defensive position by John Swain. Kelly's looking right all the way, so so Swain knows that he's coming his way and breaks in front of Andre Reed on the play.
It's going to be third down and 12. 5 minutes, 55 seconds remaining to be played. Bills lead at 16-12. Side. Kelly back against the grain, incomplete, and the Bills will have to punt the ball. Andre Reed, number 83, the intended receiver. Kelly a little out of control rolling that time. Tough throw back against the grain.
Yes, that receiver wasn't in his vision. He had to actually turn his body 360 degrees back to the middle of the field, and that's difficult to do even for Jim Kelly.
Rick Woods is back to receive the punt from John Kidd. There is Woods. Pass a little high. And the kick. Uh-oh, look at this bounce. At the 3-yard line, the Bills cover it. Pittsburgh Steelers have a giant task ahead. That was Tasker, the newcomer, downfield, number 89. Tasker picked up this week. 5:41 to play. Buffalo leads by 4.
Today's small cars are tougher than ever on oil. Their high-compression engines not only rev high, they can run hotter than regular small car engines. Their searing heat can begin to break down an oil immediately. That's why there's Castrol, the only leading motor oil that in every grade provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown. So use Castrol before your engine does something to get you heated up. Castrol, engineered for today's smaller cars.
An idea can happen anytime. And when you work for Hewlett-Packard, you don't just sell business computing systems, you solve problems. So when you have an idea, you do something about it. You never stop asking, what if?
You know that electronic mail project for the bank? What if we used HP Message?
The BMW 735i is one of those rare luxury sedans engineered by driving enthusiasts. While other luxury sedans announce to the world you've arrived, the new BMW 735i offers you the considerable advantage of arriving a bit sooner. For a test drive, contact your local BMW dealer.
America's favorite pastime returns to NBC as the nation's top rollers battle it out for Bowler of the Year honors. Join Jay Randolph and Hall of Famer Earl Anthony for the PBA Fall Tour next Saturday on NBC.
Marv Levy's Bills lead at 16-12. Levy, the only man to have been a head coach in the Canadian Football League, the USFL, and the NFL. Chuck Noll, his Steelers have got a tough assignment now. First down, the pass over the middle dropped. The tight end Gothard couldn't hold on. Marv, the linebacker on the inside, number 54, had the play. Now there's a flag down. I am reminded Hugh Campbell also coached in all three leagues, didn't he?
Yes, Canadian League,
that's right.
LA Express, and of course the Houston Oilers.
That's right. Well, I thought there was a flag down.
An illegal chop block on the left side of the offensive line. Penalty after distance from the goal line if accepted.
Illegal chop block, which means that an offensive player cannot cut block a defensive player below the knees. It's illegal.
Bills have Dean Prather. Fellow was a walk-on in Oklahoma State. Was with Kansas City, the free agent, 79. Prather's out there now.
Right side of your screen. Watch number 75.
Ooh, that could really be dangerous.
Yeah, they used to lose a lot of knees in the early 70s and mid-70s when that rule was in force.
Penalties declined at second down. Pass comes out to Jackson. Jackson up the sideline, out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Darryl Talley ran him out over there. It's a first down.
Good piece of running by Ernest Jackson. One of the few times today he's been able to get the football with some room to run. He had trouble holding on to the ball. Watch it here. Ball floats around just a little bit. Malone looking away, then coming back to Jackson, who stays with that ball nicely and then starts up the sideline. Good game from Ernest Jackson.
12-yard pickup on the play. 5.5 minutes to play. Complete to Gothard. Gothard gets it to the 34-yard line. Ray Bentley, free agent from Central Michigan, number 50. Fellow inserted into the lineup today. You see him there because he does so well against the run. He played in the USFL. He made the tackle.
The Bills have to make sure defensively that all they do is keep Steelers in front of them. If they don't make any unwise decision to break on a football and miss and let somebody go deep for a touchdown, then it's going to be very hard for Malone to move this ball the way he's doing it.
Second down and 4. Luigi Thompson going in motion. So time again, the ball batted and incomplete. Well, certainly Malone has had all kinds of time. But it is a very tough day throwing against those gusts up to 50 miles an hour.
And when you don't have your best receivers in the football game, particularly a Lewis Lips who can break the game open on one play, then the defense is not threatened at all. As Fred Smurl is in the center of your screen, number 76, being handled by 2 Steelers, and he still gets his hand up in time to knock the ball down.
3rd down and 4. Again, it comes to Abercrombie, breaks away, has the first down. Abercrombie out to the 35-yard line. Dwight Drain, number 45, made the stop. A pickup of 11 on the play. 4.5 minutes to go. Freeman shaken up on the play. Freeman, the senior man in the secondary. Originally a special teams player, now in his 12th year. Very intelligent performer out of Mississippi State. Penalty marker down.
This has been the key pass play all day long for both sides.
Number 34 strikes a live ball while the clock was running. Technically, this is a delay of game penalty, 5 yards from the dead ball spot. It is still first down.
Still a first down. Abercrombie spiking the ball while the clock is still running.
I don't like a call like that at this point in the football game. This game is closely contested, and a play like that only serves to interfere with the natural flow of the game.
4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining to be played. The Bills led 13-0 at half. Steelers got 12 in the 3rd. Bills have added a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Malone, out it comes again to Abercrombie. And he gets to the 34. Bentley, again, number 50, with Charlie Rome's 26 making the play.
This is a sensational play by Ray Bentley. He had a man blocking him in his face, and he was able to ward off the blocker and get one hand down there and trip up Abercrombie.
Pickup of 4, 2nd and 6.
Take a sack like that. Mark Malone has to get rid of the football, but he's had such comfort back there throwing the ball that I think he was lulled into a false sense of security that time.
Hamby, a 6th-round draft choice.
Let's take another look at it. Now watch how long he has to throw. Once again, Malone isn't getting people to get open for him. You got to get open downfield.
3rd down and 16. Malone gets it out to Abercrombie, and the Steelers, hurt by the wind, by penalties.
And I'm telling you, this wind, Jay, now is kicking up. That ball just floated away from Ernest Jackson. He had no chance to catch that. You're going to see a very difficult attempt at a punt here.
Newsom. And another bad bounce coming back the other way, and it's going to be the Bills' ball at the Steeler 43-yard line. Edwards down there for the Steelers. Coach is winning. Everybody's around Marv Levy. Chuck Knoll, a loner over there on his side of the field.
No man is an island.
3 minutes to go. The Steelers need a turnover. They need to make something happen. The Bills need to hold on. If they do, it'll be the first victory for a Bills coach in his first game. Byram banging forward. Gets inside the 40-yard line. Update you with the ticker. The Jets handling Atlanta. New England now in very good shape. So are the Bears. New Orleans, Kansas City, and Houston winning. Cincinnati trying to battle back. Minnesota leading 24-10, and Washington 16-7 now over Green Bay. Timeout called by the Steelers. They will have 2 remaining. There's a good look at the man from East Brady, Pennsylvania. The timeouts left. Quite a story here today in the Buffalo paper about this young man and how he hasn't changed, even though he's got all that money, and how much the folks in the pretty little town of East Brady, Pennsylvania revere him.
And he's also given the people of upstate New York a great deal to look forward to as Jim Kelly quarterbacks the Buffalo Bills for the next 12, 13 years or so.
Well, he's a talented performer. Almost rallied his club at Tampa Bay last week, and has certainly showed his maturity and his ability. Here's what Marv Levy said when he took over this team. Levy, of course, is a man who is a real expert at special teams and the kicking game. Took over as head coach at Kansas City in '77, left there in '82. Some people might be interested in his connection with the Bills. Well, he was a broadcaster in their preseason telecast for 4 years. Got to know Mr. Wilson here, and he got the call last week. Nothing shaking here for Byram. And another timeout is called, stopping the clock with 2:43. I got a kick out of Coach Levy telling us last night about him trying to get here from Montreal, and they didn't want him, of course, to register in his own name, but he couldn't get through customs in Montreal, so he flew from Montreal to Toronto, and they sent a car up to Toronto, picked him up, and drove him down here.
And despite all of that, some guy in the Toronto airport said, "Hey, aren't you Marv Levy?"
That's right.
Levy said if there's one thing that he would do a second time around as a head coach would be to control his emotions on the sidelines during the game so he can be more in control of his thoughts. And I think based on today's game, you've got to say that he's been a very effective sideline boss today, because he showed an adaptable game plan.
Well, let's remind you, next Sunday, a doubleheader on NBC. NFL 86 at 12:30 with Bob Costas and the crew. In the first half, the Seattle Seahawks will meet the Bengals. There are the other games. And of course, the Rams with Eric Dickerson clashing with the New England Patriots. Check your local listings for the times, the games in your area. A doubleheader day on NBC next Sunday. And hope a lot of you will join Earl Anthony and yours truly next Saturday afternoon. We'll have bowling for you at 2 Eastern Time. It'll be in Mike Alby's hometown, Indianapolis, Indiana, at the Woodland Bowl for the $135,000 True Value Open.
I bowl every now and then, Jay.
You're pretty good.
No, 180.
180. Well, you need to work on that a little bit before you come out on the PBA tour, but all right, it is 3rd down and 2 at the 36. Riddick. Penalty markers are thrown into the pile as Riddick was very close to the first down near the 33. Tackle made by David Little, number 50, and let's see what referee Gordon McCarter can indicate to us. Holding Buffalo. That'll hurt. The Steelers have 1 timeout remaining. We have 2:38 left on the clock. Bills lead at 16-12.
Holding offensive center. 10-yard penalty, retreat, 4th down.
Ball goes against Kent Hull. Hull, who was with the USFL in New Jersey for 3 years. Number 67 with the infraction. So it's going to make it 3rd down and 12.
When you see that umpire throw a flag, he's the fellow that lines up behind the linebackers on defense. When you see him throw a flag, you can bet it's holding by the offensive line.
Now, Kelly and company don't want to do anything that might turn this ball over here.
That's right. They want to sit on this thing. And as long as they do that, protect the ball, they're going to be in good shape. I might have, I don't know if I'd have Rob Riddick, even though he's had a great game. I don't know if I'd have him in here now with the cast on.
Now Kelly wants to throw. He does. Oh, he had a man wide open. Couldn't get it to him.
Oh,
Andre Reed was all alone.
And it's a play like that with the kind of risk and the return that you could get. That's when a play like that works. You don't expect them to throw the ball. Andre Reed made a fine move inside on John Swain and then went back to the outside. Swain fell down. It was 6 points, but he couldn't complete it.
Punting time, John Kidd, who has the wind at his back, has averaged 31.3, his longest of the day 47. The Steelers appear to have a rush on.
They've got to be going for the block here.
Rick Woods downfield. Here come the Steelers. He got it away. No return again, and it goes into the end zone. So the Steelers have 2 minutes. After that 46-yard punt, they will get the ball at the 20-yard line. They've got 80 yards to go. They are down 16-12.
To be no secret about what has to happen here. There's very little time to run the football. The Steelers have already used 2 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left and the 2-minute warning, so you can look at that maybe as being 2.
And the 2-minute warning will come right after this first play.
They have to throw the football, and they've been doing it by throwing it to Abercrombie out of the backfield. Let's see if they continue with that.
Ehrenberg is in there. He's set in the slot on the left side. And the handoff coming to Abercrombie. Abercrombie gets out of bounds as he got up to the 22-yard line. 1:57 on the clock. Martin Bayless, the safety man, 43, ran him out. So the 2-minute warning is given here at Rich Stadium. The Bills lead at 16-12.
AT&T, the right choice. Against the Vikings, Philadelphia's Wilbert Montgomery rips Minnesota for 98 yards, trailing by 5 with 1 second left in the Viking 1. There's time for only 1 play. Should the Eagles call on workhorse Montgomery once more or cross up the Vikings with a pass? What would you do?
This is a cover story taking shape for Time magazine, but late-breaking news stops the presses. Time puts AT&T Skynet digital service into action. Via satellite, a new cover story is transmitted instantly, accurately, and rolls off the presses in under 24 hours. Let us show you how AT&T digital services can help your business. AT&T, the right choice.
What did you decide? With the Viking defense keying on Montgomery, Ron Jaworski throws to tight end John Spagnola for a heart-pounding victory. The Eagles made the right choice.
Well, a big day for the Bills, but the Steelers still with the opportunity, although it's very tough going against that wind, Reggie.
Nonetheless, I think that Mark Malone has to throw the ball to maybe Calvin Sweeney, who has the speed to get deep. John Stallworth's experience will be worth something. He should be in there working inside. And, of course, Weegie Thompson, who has already caught a touchdown earlier in the ball game. They need to feature these players because if they don't have a chance to get this football 80 yards.
This wind is, if anything, increased as the game has gone along, and the last report we had were that the gusts were right around 50 miles an hour. Glad I'm not up there in a light plane today. Let's pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
WJAC TV6 in Johnstown.
Reggie Rucker, Jay Randolph with you. 2nd down and 8. Bills lead it 16-12. Double pump and the pass is complete. Out to Sweeney, and Sweeney is out to the 43-yard line. Reggie, you mentioned that might be the receiver they'd have to go to get something happening. Clock running with 1:40 to play, a pickup of 21 yards. 1 timeout left for the Steelers. Malone trying to rally him, and the pass on the far side, a complete pass on a sensational catch by Sweeney at the 45-yard line.
Isn't that amazing?
Penalty marker down. Going to be a holding call that'll nullify it. And boy, the Steelers are really upset. And well, they should be.
Holding, 73 offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Call goes against the Orchard Park native Craig Wolfley. number 73, coming back from knee surgery and coming back to his hometown.
It didn't amaze me as a player, and it doesn't amaze me now how you can move the football in the last 2 minutes when you couldn't move it all game long.
A minute and 30 to go. 1st and 20 now. A draw and banging up the middle. That's Abercrombie, and he got a big chunk of it back as he reached the 49-yard line before Derek Burrows, number 29, an extra defensive back in the game, made the play. Minute and 10 to go. Malone throwing and almost intercepted at the 40-yard line on the far sideline. Sweeney was over there, but it was Bellinger who almost picked it off. There's the head man, Chuck Noll, and he has been very exercised in this second half.
The fact that they have not tried to get the ball to John Stallworth leads me to believe that Stallworth, even though he is out there, is not ready to play. You don't have a player like John Stallworth on the field and not throw the football to him.
3rd down and 4. Complete for a 1st down to Ehrenberg. Ehrenberg took it in and got it down to the 44-yard line. 50 seconds to play. 1 timeout left for the Steelers. Malone throws outside, and the clock's still running as Sweeney couldn't get out of bounds. Bellinger made the stop, and now timeout is called. That will be the last timeout for the Steelers. The Bills lead 16-12, 34 seconds remaining.
The 1986 Indianapolis 500 champion Bobby Rahal, winner of the fastest Indy in history. Continuing the winning tradition of Budweiser racing teams, Bobby took the checkered flag to win the Indianapolis 500. Racing fans, this Bud's for you.
How much longer till we get there?
About 20 minutes.
Anti-lock brakes, internationally patented suspension, uncanny control. Conventional luxury sedans are built to survive accidents. The BMW 528e is built to avoid them.
Let's see if they're okay.
Second down and 5 at the 39. Over the middle, it is complete to Ehrenberg. Ehrenberg got it to the 30-yard line. Clock down to 25 seconds.
Here's where you're going to have to start looking for John Stallworth and his experience.
Malone throws incomplete. 13 seconds left to play. Ehrenberg couldn't hold on. And they're going to have to throw that ball down the field at this point. Maybe hope to get an interference call or come up with a big play.
The next couple of plays will have to be thrown into the end zone. I don't know whether Malone has enough arm to get the football there with any velocity, but he has to go into the end zone with his next throw.
Sweeney discussing it there with Malone. He trots back onto the field. This big crowd yelling defense, defense, hoping the Bills can get the victory for their fans here and for new coach Marv Levy. Long one and intercepted down on the line. Bellinger, what a day he's had. He brings it back and is just running around with it out there. And the celebration takes off here at Rich Stadium. Pass was intended for Sweeney. The victory for the Bills.
Marv Levy is an ecstatic coach here. First time ever that a Buffalo Bills head coach, named coach during the season, has ever come out and won a football game. Bellinger, as you said, has had a big day all day long for such a little guy.
Well, he started right out setting the tempo, doing a splendid job. And, of course, Riddick also had a big day. Kind of tough to choose an MVP in this one between Riddick and Bellinger. Bellinger's got that football, and he's going to hold on to it. The Bills come away with the victory over the Steelers. The Steelers now are 3-7. A very tough loss for them. And Buffalo moves to 3-7 on the year, and they are 3-2 here at Rich Stadium this year. Let's watch this final play of the game. We knew they were going to have to go downfield with it.
Actually, it was the finest pass that Malone threw all day. He did muster up and get good velocity on the pass. There's Derek Barrows covering, and Malone's got the ball on the way now. Really, Bellinger was between Weegee Thompson and was in good position and made the catch.
Well, our Budweiser MVP, the Most Valuable Player Award, sponsored by Budweiser, goes today to Rodney Bellinger, the third-year man from Miami, and Budweiser will make a contribution to the United Way on behalf of all the MVPs selected, of course, in today's games. Well, it was a big victory for the Bills. A tough day for both clubs when they had to go against the wind, no question about that.
Well, it was a reward also for the fans coming out here to this game today.
Buffalo 16, Pittsburgh 12. We'll be back with the Budweiser NFL report and Bob Costas after these messages from your local stations.
The abstract term good television.
Between those two zeros. Second down now and 17. Ball at the 31. And Nix underthrows to Robert Holmes. Right there is a vivid picturization of the excitement attendant upon this game.
I guess we'll have some more shots of the crowd for you in a little while, folks. Number one in the nation. All right, back here at halftime. Okay, Ken, let's get this thing going. Be a good Texas Christian boy.